Hello, everyone. This is about being a human lie detector. The Bible says that God seeks down and he goes way down to the inner parts and he searches, right? With his and what he desires deep down inside of us is inner truth, right? So you as a human being, as you go along in your life, every single day that you have another day, another opportunity, if you haven't already, to become more truthful, more honest. And with that, in turn, you will become more refined. Because I do find that the people that are given more to integrity are going to be susceptible more to a refinement going on in their lives. Some of it is not too pleasant. You know, the same way, I mean, the Bible says, a blow is at hurt that goes deep down inside cleanses away evil. Some blows is the ones that we don't really like going on inside of us. Some blows that will be offered to us are blows that others are having in their own lives, so they pass it on to us, right? Um, being a human lie detector is a very powerful. It's a very powerful and a underrated value for a person to have in their life, and it's a blessed quality. If in school, if in the public arena, there more teachings were put out there, more awareness about people learning how to become more truthful and learning to detect the nuances, the subtleness of people who are not working in that avenue. We probably have much more healthiness happening. I mean, there's obviously going to be people who are going to be conniving and deceitful. But the thing is about being a human lie detector is that you have to come to a point, and it works hand in hand with your values, with how you believe how valuable you really are. The attainment of values makes you extremely valuable. And the thing is that if you put a $10 bill besides a penny, there's no match. In a natural world, we know that one will not do the same thing another one will, right? Unfortunately, when it comes to people kind of situations, we don't get that kind of credibility and accreditation, validation happening because people are not interested in how better you can become, as more they're interested in how better life can be for them. They're all about upgrading in the wrong way. And so the survival mode is always kicked in instead of thriving. The ones who thrive the most are the ones who are going to attain integrity. Integrity is such a beautiful quality found in anyone. To become a lie detector or becoming a lie detector is that people come into your environment and within probably the first few seconds to 10 seconds, you have them already figured out, right? Now, what happens in the process of the human lie detector person ends up having to say in hindsight, I knew it. I just knew it. Why didn't I listen? Right? And they have to keep repeating that scenario over and over again. And that's the most painful part about the human lie detector. See, they've got one area down to how can I put it? A professional standard. It's grown. It's become. It's like they've got it down to a T, right? The other areas that they have to deal with in their life is that they doubt what they've already known. To doubt what you've already know to be true is an enemy that has been planted within. Self-sabotage is a very interesting well, I should say interesting is a very complex reasons of what goes on in people's lives to make them become self-destructive or self-sabotaging. And I'm going to kick the word self out of it and put sabotage. I can bet you, and I may be wrong in this, but I can bet you the majority of the times that you are growing up in any kind of situation you're in, family mostly, or even your interplay with other people, your culture, societies, you were the person that were noticing things before anyone else did. You were the person that if someone said something to you about along the lines of, come on, come on, come on, it's not going to kill you. Just come on, do it. You're the pioneer kind of person who go, no, 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 it's okay. You even from young, you displayed a discomfort with the others who are trying to coax you or get you into the situation that you know is not going to be good for you. And you see, that's where I talked about some of my other videos, the knower. So how much God plays a role in it. I believe from really young, even from birth, he looks down. And I think he sees this special little, and I mean, I'm just maybe going off in the area here, but I think he sees these special little lights that come out of the womb, that maybe they're meant to teach the others around them, kind of get them back on track, kind of become their conscience when there's this kind of died and they've kind of fell in line with something that wasn't good, like a bad parent. And they started to become parented by divine activity in their lives. The majority of your life, as you become a lie detector, is that you don't want to wait too long to deny whether you want to say it as a gift or as an ability that you have. Because once you have it, you're a threat, a great threat to the kingdom of darkness. And not only to that, the people who don't have good intentions, they know you. They know you. There was a story a guy told me years ago. He said that he was a street kid, but he said that when the police is coming for way blocks, like even miles away, the drug addicts basically would scatter and disappear, and no one saw them. But he said they instinctively knew because the atmosphere was changing. They knew something was up. And they all, one after the other, they would scurry and disappear and hide the drugs. And you know what I mean? Before the cops actually physically appeared. And throughout the years, I've really become astounded and kind of like the wow factor, consistently like wow, because in some ways I've been trained. I'm from young to deny that world, the invisible world, and it is the world, man. It does not lie. It is the world. And if you operate from that level, see, that's why integrity and truth and being a professional lie detector is so adjacent to you having power, is because you're operating in a spiritual world. You're operating on a totally different level. And what is really amazing about having these abilities is that you really have an ascension factor in your life. You are the person that's probably more given to uh, 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 getting out of a situation more quicker, getting over an issue more faster, or an offense or something that may happen to you more quicker than other people would, because you have these other factors operational in your life, and you're able to see through to the truth. You're extremely truthful with yourself. One of the things that is it's this very sad feature to the human being when they're supposed to be given the acclamation of being the higher species. You'll find animals even are really amazing lie detectors, and the reason is because they're so innocent. You know, I'm not talking about the ones that'll rip you apart, but even them too. But in general, it just simply is for them. There's no playing, there's no mixing going on, and no kind of complex whatever. They just know, and that's it. And that is the thing about being a human lie detector. You just know. You can't really go down and pull out the old uh, uh, magnifying glass and begin to explain it out. You just know. And at times there, you just know enough for it to come out of your mouth, like your words. And when people really need the truth, you know how to speak directly. The Bible talks about the words like an arrow going in and not piercing a mark. The Bible says about the one who speaks not like the piercings of a tongue, but the tongue of the wise that promotes health, right? Your promotion has been healthy, so therefore you cannot be a promoter of healthiness. And when people who are not very honest and very forthright, and they rely, you know, it is hard to accept. It is for people who are extremely wanting to be more of the same of integrity, honesty, seeing things for what they really are. The more they become like this, there's such a higher benefit, such a higher. You can dress them in any kind of piece of clothing, you can give them ripped up jeans, but they carry a certain elegance about them. They're very well careful, very well aware, and one of the qualities they possess, they are given to a higher level of care. They care, they care so much, and they are the diamonds and the gold of society, of life as people walk through it. And getting back to animals, is that you know that you cannot in any way, and don't do this, is my encouragement to you. Don't do it. Don't nullify this gift, this ability that you have, as if you do possess it or you want to grow in it. The more truthful you become, the more careful you are with the little things, the tiniest minuscule little things, that you could have an opportunity to lie, but instead you choose the truth. You choose to be honest. You choose not to be shady with anybody. You choose not to give a comment when you something is saying aside of you. Don't. You are the tongue that promotes health, and the more you become like that, your benefits are of joy, light-heartedness. Even your body will respond to this information going on inside of you. Your body itself will begin to speak a gentleness on your face, a shine from your life. You can go in a mirror and you can actually be very happy. And one of the things about people who are like this, even when they're, no matter, they a lot of them like solitude. Some of them don't. You can be around a whole group of people and having a great time and be alone, and you can be happy with your company, because you don't have to be in any way put off by your company. Your company is not a turn off. Your company is the best company ever, because you're with safe company. When you speak to God, you will have more clarification from Him because He's pleased with you. Now, the pleasing of God still comes down to His sacrifice of what His Son did for us on the cross. But a person who's given to this place of truth and of being in the light, they are able to experience God's language quicker. They don't hear a different language talking to them when God's trying to talk to them. They can hear God so clearly as they become more and more a follower of His Son, right? So I'll leave you with this. Don't ever deny or doubt that human lie detection is very real. It's a very real gift. It should never, ever be underestimated, undervalued if you have it. And trust when it's an operation. It could be just a tiny snippet of a moment, just like bing, and it's just enough to save you from years of experience. That one split moment, and to ignore it, you instead end up with experience, and you don't want experience. See, that's what's so beautiful about the gift. The Bible even says this, that the prudent foresees way ahead evil and hides himself. They kind of back away, boop. but the simple pass on and are punished. The beautiful thing about being a human lie detector, you're not a simpleton anymore. You're one of the people that you could say, man, I'm quite simply sophisticated because I have an incredible gift to be able to see so clearly. And it's a gift. It's a gift, man. It's beautiful, an ability, and it really is honed by consistent truth in your life. Have a good day and do like and subscribe.